particularly know what it's going to have to take somebody to quit junk removal and just take a normal W-2 job. What is the motivation that someone keeps their business to stay in business so they can keep their business alive? What is it going to take, right? I think a lot of us right now in this economy is deciding if they want to stay in business or go get a normal job at Home Depot, be a manager, go work at what you were doing before, where you're a professional fisherman, where you're working at a data entry company. What were you doing? And a lot of us right now with this downturn of economy is making that decision right now. I think a lot of us are particularly stuck in that situation where they're not sure what they want to do. What's up, Alex, Wally, Andrew? How y'all doing? So a lot of us are not thinking if it's appropriately correct how to handle this situation. What is it going to take for you to stop doing junk removal and go get a real job because you're not making any money? And I think a lot of us are stuck like that right now in this situation. We are stuck and we don't know what to do. We made some bad decisions in junk removal that now we're in debt and we don't know how to get out of that debt. Maybe you hired a thumbtack and you put your credit card information and now you owe him more money than you've actually made. And that right there is hard to grasp because you thought this company was supposed to help you out and ultimately it's drowning you. What is this business going to do to the rest of your dream of having a successful junk removal? What did you do wrong? A lot of us are stuck right now because the economy is like that and we're thinking it's saturation. We think it's the competition. We make these excuses, these big old drama excuses, these big old decisions in our life. And we're not sure if we're making the right decision, right? We're not sure. Look at H-Town. H-Town Junk Removal says, I went back to work and do junk removal part-time. That's excellent. You didn't give up on your dream because eventually the economy will get back. So I am Ricardo. I am owner of junkguysdfw.net. I've been doing junk removal for 17 years. And this year has been a fight for most junk removal services, including myself, by the way, including myself. It's been a challenge to make money in this business. I'm right now in the Fort Worth haunted house. I get here early. I go over all the machines and I check that everything has, all the appropriate things inside of them. I check that everything's turned on. I want to be sure that everything's running really tight right now for the employees to get here. And they'll get here around 6. So I'm really early, but this is what I have to do to run a business, just like you have to do to run a junk removal business. And I'm going to tell you something. If you were doing junk removal in the past and just paying for ads and paid for leads, you were doing something wrong. I'm going to tell you that. You should have started building your content for your business. If you wanted to make money in this business, you should have started building something for it. But you never did, and now it's too late. You're 5 years in or 4 years in or maybe 3 years in, and you've got all these bills. You've assumed all these bills because you watched some YouTube channels, some Facebook videos, and you're in too deep. You're way in too deep. I'm going to tell you, junk removal is a very, very profitable, successful business if you do it right. If your expenses are kept low, this business will actually work for you. This business has given me so many things in my life. This haunted house. my home, my property, my land that I own. I look at everything that's here and I'm thinking, God bless me. But it was the hard work that I put into this place. I put the hard work into this place. That junk removal provided for me. I did it the right way. And that's why I get on these videos. I'm really passionate about things like this. I'm always talking to people. I'm going to my panel. Excuse me for a second. This is my electrical panel. What I do is hook up all the things that I'll need. That's a snow machine right now. So I'm going to just hook up some of my machinery. You're going to hear things go off in the background in just a second. And this is A2. That sits on its own. All right, good. And that is the, what is this one? This is the front desk. We'll turn that on too. Front desk actually stays with this. We'll plug in. You know, I think a lot of us, the medical room, and this one is the lightning room. And we still have a few that are empty. Oh, the comp gun. Okay, that's all right. We're still all right. So I don't know if y'all can hear the background, but a lot of things are going off. You know, afternoon HD. There's this this misconception that junk removal has to be done this way. That junk removal has to be done this way or you'll fail in business. And there's a lot of gurus out there. There's a lot of people out there that will tell you that it has to be done this way or you're not doing it right. You know, you're just not doing it right. If you're not doing it this way, you're doing it the wrong way. There's a lot of people out there that will try to steer you the wrong way, that will try to direct you in a way that maybe your finances aren't in. Check that out. That's the medical room inside the haunted house. Pretty cool, huh? I think there's been a misunderstanding, a misguided way that a lot of us have been taking, because a lot of people gave us advice on how to do this and how to do that. And a lot of people followed that advice and it didn't come through. What the fuck was that? Hello? Let's get the fuck out of here. We are so tied up in, or getting caught up. We get caught up in this business, man. We get caught up in this business. We start spending money that we're not supposed to spend. We're doing things we're not supposed to be doing. And by the time you know it, we've lost our business, man. We've lost the things that we were good at. We're not even thinking of going to customers' houses anymore. You might as well forget that whole idea. That doesn't even exist for us anymore. We've gone off in a different realm of doing things. You know? We're not on that level anymore. You know, I preach to all the people on YouTube all the time, and I'm trying to explain that junk removal did a lot for me, but I did it the right way. I did it my way. I did it with less expenses. I did it without having to spend money on a lot of things that are out there like CRMs and software and this and that and this. What is it going to take for the people that are out there having a hard time in junk removal to stop and go get a job somewhere and keep your junk removal service still going? Well, I'm going to tell you, There are a lot of people out there like the gentleman that just hit me up, H-Town Junk Removal. He kept his junk removal business. You don't have to quit junk removal. You don't have to quit junk removal. Just keep your business afloat and keep another job. It's worth it. You don't have to quit what you're doing. Just keep it on the side. I'll tell you something. I got lucky doing this job. I did get lucky doing junk removal. I got lucky falling into this business. I got lucky because I was early in this business. I started this company, Junk Guys, so early that I was able to establish a foothold in one of the first people to start junk removal. Yeah. I was one of the first ones ever. Can you believe that? And that's hard for me to even understand that whole idea, that whole reason of thinking. But when I got here, there was no competition. There was no, quote, saturation, what people say. I thought of ways to separate myself from the competition. I thought of ways to make my business something totally different that nobody else had. So I did this YouTube videos. I did a YouTube channel. I put myself out there in the real world. I grew my business in a way that a lot of people don't grow their business. But that's what I chose to do. And then there was a lot of people out there that followed what I did. You know, they decided to grow their business really slow and not have these high expenses. I will tell you this, as I started junk removal, I learned a lot of lessons, a lot of ups and downs. And I knew I didn't want to do what I had done in my previous retail business. And that was have a lot of expenses. So I learned that in junk removal. I did. I didn't want to follow the same footsteps, and I didn't. I kept my business really tight in junk removal. I kept my business and my expenses really low in junk removal, and I did it my way. Just because another company's doing it this way, just because another company buys trailers, just because another company can afford a new truck, doesn't mean you go off and buy one. It doesn't mean that. You do what you can afford. That's what you do. I think a lot of us right now that are in this business are hurting. I think a whole lot of us are hurting. I think a lot of us are deciding what we're going to do. Don't give up on your business. Just put it on hold. And this whole idea, well, let me get back to that. Put it on hold. Don't sit there and kill yourself in this business and put more financial stress on yourself because you're thinking it's going to get better when ultimately it will not get better. It just won't. You're thinking it will, but it just won't. Why? Because you're doing the same dang thing that got you here. You're doing the same identical thing that got you here in this place. And you're not changing it, right? You're just not changing it. I don't know why you're not changing it, but you've decided to keep on doing that whole circle thing. You know, you're going in that rat race. You're not following your gut. You're following what everybody else is doing. Maybe that's what it is. But again, you haven't changed any aspects of your business. You're keeping it the same, and you don't want to do anything different. I think a lot of us have come to the understanding that junk removal is now a tough business. It's a tough, competitive business that we're in. It's a very tough business that we're in. Shit, I could have told you that a long time ago, right? I could have told you that. But this business is hard for a reason. Think about if this business was easy, guys, and I've said this 100 times. If this business was easy, every single person would do it. Everybody would do it. And you think right now everybody's doing it? No. Not everybody is doing this business. Oh, shit. There's only the select few that will survive this business in this down of economy, in this economy that is hurting everybody. And we're all waiting for the new president. Like, it's going to solve our solution. You know, he's going to give away money. Whoever's going to be selected as president will probably give away a lot of money. But are they going to fix the economy? They're going to try to fix it like that. Shit. This is the doll room of the haunted house. Check it out. Pretty cool. There's a motion sensor right here. Watch this. This is pretty cool. Watch this. Pretty cool. Don't quit. Just keep it to the side. H-Town decided to keep it to the side. Yeah. Don't give up on junk removal just because you made some mistakes. I want to take this in consideration. Let's take in this consideration. Okay, I'm going to have a seat right here. Let's think about this. Is your junk removal service making any money, or are you defeating the purpose in the junk removal business? Okay? What's really hurting the business? What is actually hurting the business? Are you hurting the business? Are you going out making $1,000 a week, and then you have $1,200 of bills? Is that what's going on? Because junk removal will not save you from your hole. If you're in a hole, okay, it is not going to get you out of that hole. It's just not going to. Now, for the month of October, business gets tougher. Decline that call. Business gets tougher and tougher. And I'm going to tell you, during the winter season, it's going to get even worse. Because a lot of cities have a lot of snow, and it's really cold, and you tend not to get phone calls. If you're in the Boston, New York area, if you're in those cities where it starts snowing and gets really bad, you're going to be screwed. It's going to get worse. So do I stay in business or do I give up in business? That's the real question that a lot of people are having right now. Do I cease operations or just give up on something that I had a dream of starting? Something I invested a lot of money in, something that I'm losing a lot of money. Is that something I should do? Listen, there's nothing wrong with saving your family. There's nothing wrong with giving up and resetting. If this is the point that you're at a crossroads, there's nothing wrong with it. Do it. A lot of people right now say that there's a saturation. Okay? There's so much competitors out there. The saturation is incredible. How can you do anything? These crackheads are lowering the prices. That's your excuse. That is your excuse because you conjured this excuse in your mind and you are stubborn as shit that's what you're going to go with. My business is failing, you say. My business is failing because of saturation and the competition out there, Ricardo. You got these crackheads doing $5 jobs and, $50 for a hot tub, blah, 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 blah. That's what you say. I'm going to tell you guys, and I've always been upfront with y'all about this stuff. Whenever you think it's competition and saturation and these crackheads beating you to the job, you know what that is called? It's an excuse. It's an excuse that you, the business owner, have thought up in your mind and splurted out of your mouth. It's an excuse that you are defeated right now. You are defeated right now because of that. Be grateful is just tired of junk. Hey, I'm tired of junk. Yes, even my neighbors giving junk jobs to other companies, of course. But I'm going to tell you, it is not something that you are willing to challenge. I'm going to tell you what saturation in the market is. Okay? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you what competition is. Okay? Are you ready? Here's what competition is. I want you to go to your nearest Starbucks and drive to the next Starbucks. I want you to drive to one Starbucks and then drive to the next Starbucks. And on the way to that other Starbucks, I want you to count how many junk removal companies you see. And then when you get to that Starbucks, Google the next Starbucks and go to the next one and count on the drive to each Starbucks how many junk removal companies you see. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know what that number is because why? I predict the future. 0. You will not see one junk removal company. You know why? Because you just went to 3 Starbucks. That is competition. Okay? There are Starbucks out there. There's Black Rifle. There's Dutch Bros. There's 186 Coffee. That is competition. That is saturating the market. You want to know what competition is? Go to a donut shop. I know 3 of them right near me. I know 3 of them less than a mile from my house. That is competition. Okay, now, here's what I want you to do. And I'm going to prove it to you clear like it's nothing. I'm going to prove it to you, and you're going to know what competition and saturation in the market is. Okay? This is competition. Here we go. Go to your nearest QT. A QT and a racetrack are gas stations. They're huge gas stations. I don't know if they're in their city. Maybe there's some AMPMs or 7-Elevens. Go to the biggest one there is and sit there for 1 hour. Just 1 hour. Have a coffee in your car, take out your laptop and start doing some work, some SEO. I don't know. Sit there and I want you to count how many landscape trucks pull up to get gas, diesel, and how many construction trucks, carpenters, plumbers show up, and have a little pen and paper. Put construction, plumbing, landscapers, and then junk removal. And at the end of the day, in 1 hour, you'll know your decision if this market is saturated. Because I'm going to tell you, landscapers, going to be about 10 of them show up in less than an hour. And go at prime time, go at lunchtime. Go at lunchtime. Go at lunchtime and you will be amazed how many landscapers there are. Getting lunch, heating up their lunch. How many contractors there are, how many roofers there are, how many plumbers there are, how many electricians there are. And then on your little paper, be sure to mark junk removal, and you're going to have to mark it because there's one, and it's you. You're the only junk removal company in the gas station. That's how saturated our market is. Watch it with the eyes. We are human beings. With your eyes, you will be able to see all the junk removal companies that pull up to a huge gas station like QT or Racetrack. You are able to observe that. Junk Bees gets a good point. Drive through your neighborhood, drive through a really rich neighborhood and see how many landscape companies there are. And then in that same neighborhood, count how many junk removal companies there are. And ladies and gentlemen, you make that decision for yourself if this market is saturated. Stop making excuses. Listen, you're not a competitive person. You're not good at competition. And that's why you're doing the saturation and competition in the market. That's why. Because you're not competitive. You're looking for excuses to get out of this thing. That's all it is. I have been I've lasted in this business 17 years. 17 years. For the last 10 years, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to count this last year, not this year. 2024, we're not counting 2024. We're going to count from 2023 to 2013. That gap. From 2013 to 2023, I average 5 to 10 jobs daily. Oh, Ricardo's talking a lot of shit. Ricardo's not okay, you know what, guys? I'm not going to play this game with y'all. Watch it with your own eyes. Go to my YouTube videos and see how many jobs I do in a day. Go. And look at the videos that I do 8 jobs in one day, 10 jobs in one day, 11 jobs in one day, 13 jobs in one day, which is the most I've ever done. Go right now. Stop this video and go watch my YouTube videos. I've proven to you that I've done 5 to 10 jobs daily. In 2024, around March, my business hit a slump where I was doing 3 to 4 jobs daily. I was doing the same amount of videos. I was doing the same amount of SEO. I was doing the same amount of Google profile. I was updating all of them. All around junk, seen them. You know I do 5 to 10 jobs a day. Easily, you know that. Now I'm down to 3 to 4. And you know the crazy thing about it? Those 3 to 4 are usually contractor jobs anyway. So they're jobs I'm never going to miss out on. And not once have I thought in my head it's because of competition or saturation in the market of junk removal. Not once. I don't even think about it. It's the economy. I'm going to repeat one more time this thing. My business survived September 11th. My business survived the housing collapse. There was a housing market, a dot-com bubble bust. My business survived those two things. And then in 2021, one of the most horrific things that happened was COVID. My business survived and grew at a substantial rate, big enough for me to grow Junk Guys Austin, Junk Guys San Antonio, Junk Guys San Diego, Junk Guys Tampa Bay, Junk Guys Rio Grande Valley, Junk Guys. The brand grew even bigger. COVID was a blessing to my business. But 2024 came around, and in March of 2024, my business died down. See, I'm going to tell you something about my business. My business was always like this. It never dipped. Never. My business never went like this. Never. Never did I see a soreness until COVID came around and I saw a little up. It was like a bump. It was like, COVID. COVID. But never has my business slumped like it slumped right now in March. I knew we were in trouble. I knew the whole landscape of junk removal was in trouble. All these businesses opening up. I want to warn everybody about what I'm about to say. I want you to grasp this whole concept, okay? I want you to get an idea of this. I was on Facebook the other day, And I saw this company just open up. They were called Junk Stardom or something like that. I totally forgot the name. And I was just browsing. I was looking at haunted houses, actually. And I saw something about junk removal. Junk Stardom, and the guy standing in front of his trailer, he's like this, and he's all excited. His colors were neon green and black. Pretty cool colors. Just started my junk removal business. Just bought this NPR truck, ready to do business, ready to take off. Guys, I'm ready to challenge anyone in the Tacoma, Washington area. I am going to grow this business into something great. He's proud. He's got his little kids. He talks about his wife. He was an electrician, a master electrician for about 10 years when he decided to start this business. Proud of him, man. Proud of him. Every time someone starts a junk removal business, they show it off. It's something to be proud of. It's something to be seen. It's an ego. It's something to show off that you have done what 1% of the United States have done, and that is be an entrepreneur. It is cool to show that off, to be and to start a junk removal service. It's awesome. When you close your business and you cease operations because you're so in debt, post that on Facebook. When you give up and you stop doing business, post that on Facebook. You don't see that. Where are those posts? What you will do is put your truck for sale because you think the biggest market is on Facebook, so other junk removal companies can show it, can see it, and maybe they'll buy the truck. You will do that, but you won't post that you went out of bank. Hey guys, I'm back again. I'm going bankrupt. I am done. I cease operations because I believe in saturation and competition. I'm done, dude. Me and my wife, we've decided to live off food stamps, and we're now, dude, we're going to get on welfare. I'm excited, man. That's something to look forward to. They don't post that. Nah. They'll post when they start a business, but they won't post when they close a business, right? Right, guys? Am I right? That right there gets in our mind. Man, all these companies, man, Ricardo's wrong, man. All these companies are starting junk removal. Yeah, dude, all these companies, man, they're just operating and they're like open. They got a new truck. He's got new insurance. He's got new shirts. Man, they're just starting. I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine how many people are closing their businesses and not telling you. What's it going to take? What's it going to take for you to quit junk removal? Where are you in this path of righteousness to the golden ark? What's it going to take for you to stop doing junk removal? You've learned your lesson. You've got your ass kicked in this business, and you're still plowing through the debt. What's it going to take? One more dirty ass job, right? When are you going to know to stop doing junk removal? When? Nobody knows. I did this video because of a reason. Last week, my haunted house in Fort Worth hit numbers that I'm so grateful for. I am so grateful. And junk removal was the first business I've been successful in. And now my haunted house is the second business I'm successful in. Now, the Junkyard Haunted House in Dallas is a very, very lucrative business. But the one in Fort Worth failed me the first week we were open. It failed. I lost $1,100. But the second week, we did awesome. We made up for the $1,100 and we made profit in one day. And this week, I'm looking forward to the journey that it takes today, Saturday and Sunday, and then the next week we have 3 more weeks of this. And we're going to profit every day, I could tell. God has blessed me to be successful in 2 businesses, not 1, just 2. Junk removal got me here. If it wasn't for junk removal, I would not be sitting here at this facility. It is a 25,000 square foot facility. We're in the lobby of the haunted house. Those are the lines. That's the entrance of the haunted house right there. You know what I did that was different from everyone else? Boy, I grinded, bro. No shit, I grinded this business. I grinded this business. I worked hard in it. And I made it work. I made this business become to what it was. Wait a minute. That thing's not going off, is it? Holy shit. No, I have to reset it. The bubble machine's not going off, is it? No, there'd be fog in here. But the fan's going off. I've been successful in 2 businesses only because of the hard work that I put into this business. And the determination of not stopping. I'm going to show everybody something that's really cool. This is my business right here. This is my building from the outside. Hey, check out my signage, okay? You're going to love this signage. Look at this huge sign. Look at that bad boy. I didn't want to put it up there, but Google made me do it. Google made me do this. Now, everything that you see here is mine. I financed this building about 8 months ago. The payments are really ridiculously low. It's the downturn of the economy. I worked out a deal with the owner, and now it's my building. I'm going to be stuck here for the next 30 effing years. I want to show you this building because I'm proud of it. And grass got a little big. It's all right. So, as I walk around and I dream and I think of where junk removal got me, because I did it the right way, man. I did this business the right way. That is still the building. I did this building the appropriately great. The only way you could do that, and I was keeping my finances low was such a big part of it. Keeping my finances really low and not exceeding my expenses to what they were. Hard work got me to where I am right now. And not piddly paddling, going out getting drunk with my friends and stuff. That didn't get me shit. I put in the work and made it work out. And that's why I'm at where I'm at right now. But it was the hard work that kept me going. It was the work that I was building that made things work out the appropriate way, the right way. You know what I mean? The right way. And that's where I'm at right now. This is the back end of my building. Of course, you can see I drop on my donation boxes here. Guys, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your dream. You can still make it happen. There's the F550. Look at it. It's still in there. The F550 is pretty cool. 25,000 square feet of haunted house. And I still have my truck here. There's the truck. It's full of junk, all the trash from the haunted house. We just throw it on the back of the truck. Here's the old Yeller. Hasn't moved in about a month. Feel sorry for the truck. You know, God honestly blessed me, man. He blessed me, the hard work that I put into it. I remember one thing that Orson said to me. Orson, he comes here all the time. He owns a junk removal company too. Orson said something to me really interesting. He said, Ricardo, you work too hard to make this thing fail. There's no way you can fail. And after the first week, I had these doubts in my mind that this would work. After the first week, I had these huge ass doubts. I'm like, what did I do? Is this going to work out? I employ 25 people in this haunted house, and the one in Fort Worth, we employ 25 also. We have about 50 people that we employ. 50 people. $5,000 a day is what we spend on payroll. That is hard work. You put hard work into your junk removal business, and you build it the right way, and it will pay off for you, man. Just like this haunted house is paying off for me. It gave me a scare the first week, but back on track. We're doing really good. I'm excited. I'm excited where this haunted house will take me in the future. I have something to fall back on too. So I'm excited about that. Guys, don't give up. The good times are coming. If you hang in there, this business will pay off for you. It will pay off. Just like it did for me, man. All right. I hope y'all hang in there. You got to know when to quit, guys. You got to know when to quit. I don't know when that time is, but you got to. Okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to my channel. I haven't been posting a lot. Once the haunted house is over in November the 2nd, it's going to be over. I'll start posting again. I'll be back on the grind with junk removal. And then I'm going to make a decision that's going to alter the way of my business, if I'm going to stay this and do this part-time or do this full-time. Because right now I'm on pace to have a very lucrative haunted house, and I'm on pace to do that. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to stop doing junk removal. It's taking a huge toll on my body, and it's hurting. So I need a big break. I need a long break. A long break. All right, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, okay? Have a great Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. See you later.